For loop. A for loop is used when you know in advance how many times you want to block code to run. Now, let's take a look at a simple for loop example in Java. Public class main bracket public static void main close and open parenthesis string args bracket for close and open int I is equal to 1 semicolon I greater than equal 5 semicolon I plus plus bracket system that out that print ln number plus I and bracket. Now let's break this down step by step. The for loop syntax. The general syntax of a for loop in Java is initialization, condition, update. Initialization. This is where we declare a loop variable and give it a starting value. In our example, int I is equal to 1 sets I to a 1 at the start. Condition. This tells the loop how long to run here. I greater than is equal to 5 means the loop will continue as long as I is less than or equal to 5. Update. This changes the loop variable after each iteration. I plus plus increases I by 1 after each loop cycle. The loop body. Everything inside the curly braces is the code that runs each time the loop executes. In our example, system.out.println number plus I. This prints the current value of I to the console. What happens when we run these codes? On the first iteration, I is equal to 1, so it prints number 1. Then I increases to 2, prints number 2. This continues until I is equal to 5, printing number 5. After that, I becomes 6. The condition I greater than is equal to 5 is false and the loop stops. The output of the program is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So, the for loop is used when you know in advance how many times you want to repeat a block of code. In this example, we use it to print number from 1 to 5. While loop. A while loop repeatedly executes a block of codes as long as the condition is true. It is used when the number iteration is not known ahead of time and depends on a runtime condition. Now, let's take a look at the while loop example in Java. Public class main, public static void main string args, int I is equal to 1, while close and open I is equal to 5, bracket, system.out.println value plus 1. The general syntax of while loop in Java is condition. Condition a Boolean expression that determines whether the loop will run. If it evaluates the true, the loop executes. If it is false, the loop stops. The statement inside the curly braces are executed repeatedly as long as the condition is true. Now, we first declare a variable, int I is equal to 1. This will act as our loop counter. The while loop starts with the condition while I greater than is equal to 5. This means keep running the loop as long as I is less than or equal to 5. Inside the loop, we have system.out.println value plus I plus plus. System.out.println value print the current value of I plus plus increments I by 1 so the loop eventually stops. Output of the program: value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, and value 5. The while loop is ideal when you don't necessarily know in advance how many times the loop should run. The loop keeps repeating as long as the condition remains true. In this example, we have used it to print number from 1 to 5. Do while loop. A do while loop is similar to a while loop except it executes the code at least once then checks the condition. Now, let's take a look at a do while loop example in Java. Public class main, public static void main string args int I is equal to 1, 2. System.out.println step plus I plus plus while I is greater than is equal to 5. The general syntax of a do while loop in Java is condition. Loop body. The code inside the do block execute at least once regardless of the condition. Condition. The Boolean expression after while condition is checked after the loop body runs. If the condition is true, the loop repeats. If it is false, the loop stops. Now, we first declare a variable int I is equal to 1. This acts as the loop counter. The do block execute first system.out.println step plus I plus plus. Next, print the current value of I, increments I by 1. After executing the block, the condition is checked while I greater than is equal to 5. Number 3. If I is less than or equal to 5, the loop repeats. If I is greater than 5, the loop stops. This is how it works step by step. Iteration 1. I is equal to 1. Prints step 1. I is equal to 2. Iteration 2. I is equal to 2. Prints step 2. I is equal to 3. Iteration 3. I is equal to 3. Print step 3. I is equal to 4. Iteration 4. I is equal to 4. Prints step 4. I is equal to 5. Iteration 5. I is equal to 5. Print step 5. I is equal to 6. So the condition is false. The loop stops. Now, the output of the program is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and step 5. So, the do while loop is used when you want to loop body to execute at least once, even if the condition is false initially. In this example, we printed number from 1 to 5 using a do while loop. So, that's all for the 3 types of loops. Thanks.